So we going. First episode, BBQ and Hip-Hop.
BBQ and Hip-Hop.
You said you got a lot of things to speak on.
Man,
regarding barbecue.
Yeah, man. My name is Paul Manish Jr.
And I'm Rell.
And I am the owner of Paul Edwards Barbecue.
All right.
I've been doing barbecue since 2001. I had my company, started my own company in 2016. So at the end of the day, I can do anything that anybody requests for barbecue, and I just do anything. I just love cooking. So
yeah, and I've had this barbecue. Shoot, I've been eating it over 25 years now since we've known each other. And it's the real deal as far as I know, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, so I love to cook, man. I cook briskets, wings, pulled pork, burgers, anything that had to deal with barbecue, I can do.
You were talking last time we talked about grilling. It was some months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing were you doing a barbecue sauce that you were making? Or was it a dry rub?
A dry rub.
Dry rub. Did you ever get that off the ground?
No, I didn't. I'm still working on the dry rub right now. Basically, it's a brisket rub I'm trying to make on my own, but it has to do with something. Has to do with with coffee flavors in it.
Coffee flavors?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, and
now I gotta say I've never experienced. Is that a common thing in dry rubs?
Yeah. You
can
you can make your own dry rub with coffee in it.
Because I never had it before, at least not that I know of.
Yes, it's a company out there. They have closed the company, and I'm not gonna repeat the name, but it's a company out there that sells a good dry rub with coffee in it for briskets.
Yeah.
And it's real good.
So have you done that yet? Have you experimented with the...
Well, not with coffee in it, but I made my own rubs before.
Yeah. But the coffee one, I'm about to say, man, you've been holding back on me. If you
never
had the coffee one.
I hold back on it because I don't know how much that I want to actually use inside the rub.
Okay.
So I would love to do that, but I'm still experimenting right now. So
I'm curious about that, man. Yeah. So I really want to see what you do with that.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I love to make my own seasoning, but right now I'm just using commercial seasonings.
Okay.
Commercial.
What's your top ones right now to use?
The commercial seasoning?
Yeah.
Byron's butt rub.
Okay.
That's my favorite one for pulled pork or ribs.
Okay.
And for brisket, I just use the McCormick Montreal steak.
Montreal steak.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we used that, I think, at my job a few times. That's some good stuff right there. Yeah.
And for chicken, I just use any various kinds out there. It's a lot of good rubs for chicken.
Yeah.
But if I was to pick one, it would be Tony Satchery's.
I just got on that. Okay.
Tony Satchery's, and I ain't gonna tell you what else I use.
It's a secret.
Well, it's a secret.
Okay.
I use something else. With
Tony Satchery's. There's a green bottle and a red bottle of that, isn't it?
It's a green and red bottle, and I use that on chicken and my turkeys.
Okay.
So it's the other ingredient. It's a secret. So
do you brine your turkeys?
No.
You don't. Okay.
No.
All right.
But I always whenever I do my turkeys and chickens, it always come out tender.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing low and slow.
Yeah, low and slow.
Okay.
Low and slow.
I feel you on that. That sounds good, man.
But I love to But if I was to do anything for barbecue, my favorite thing to cook would be wings.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
the next thing would be pulled pork and ribs.
Yeah.
And then a brisket.
You do briskets,
Yeah.
okay.
I pretty much do almost anything.
You got a lot of family roots in West Tennessee, in Memphis specifically.
Yeah, in Memphis and Springfield, Tennessee.
Does that's in Springfield where we are right now, Springfield, Tennessee, shout out to them.
Yeah.
But do both of those cities influence your grilling style, or is it more one than the other? I know you do a lot of Memphis style stuff.
I think if I had to pick one, it would be Memphis.
Now, what type of like meats and stuff is Memphis known for?
Memphis is known for that. What I heard was whole shoulders and ribs.
Yeah.
And just any other barbecue. What they do now, I haven't heard they do briskets at all.
Brisket is interesting. That's why I asked that question, because I'm not a grill master like yourself, but my father's side is Texas, Kansas City in Texas.
Yeah.
And it's been years since I've been down there, but brisket was main thing down there. It seemed like they eat and drink brisket, when it comes time to.
They do.
And to be honest, heavy. It didn't even really make it up here to Tennessee as heavy as it did until probably 15 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 10 to 15 years ago.
Because I remember people when I worked around town, like I worked at Kroger's for a while. I'd have at least more than once. I had people come up asking where they can go buy brisket, not even like already prepared.
Yeah.
And because they would go into the store and not find it. That's how uncommon. Of course, we got a lot of Nashville, Middle Tennessee areas. A lot of people from other states, mostly.
Yeah.
So I guess that's changed over the years. But it's fascinating, man.
Yeah.
So the Memphis style, are they like they're not like a dry rub style, or is it
it's dry rub, and they use the dry rub. Whenever the ribs are done, or maybe whenever pulled pork is done, whatever.
Do they do like a vinegar based?
No, it's always ketchup based down.
Always ketchup based down there. Vinegar is more
Carolina style.
Carolina style. Okay, that's why I knew there was a difference. I forgot. So they vinegar based.
Yeah. And
mustard's in there some kind of way too.
It's some mustard.
Is that Carolina specific?
Yeah, Carolina.
And then I've never experienced. I've had Memphis style barbecue through you. I've eaten Kansas City and Texas barbecue. Kansas City, I believe, I'm not an expert. I think it's more vinegar. No. It might be ketchup based.
It's ketchup based through Midwest.
Through the Midwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's a history on that, man. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Cause I know up there, Gates is one of the major places that has. I used to when we go up there, we'd always have that.
Oh, okay.
And then there's another one I can never think of the name of it. I know Memphis. I forgot the name of one that's real popular down there. You probably know better than me.
Well, down in Memphis, I know several. A&R Barbecue, Neely's.
That might be the one I'm hear about the most.
Memphis Barbecue Company.
Damn. Okay.
It's just several of them down there. They have good, decent barbecue that I have, and they if I had to pick one of them, I say if I would eat there again, it would be A&R Barbecue.
A&R?
Yeah. They pretty good.
How long they been around down there?
I don't know, actually.
We might have to go on a road trip one day to different spots, because just to see what's what. I'm sure each area listeners out there, y'all probably got y'all's favorite.
Yeah.
That, in your hometown or whatever. We are based in the South, so it's a very diverse, and plentiful thing. So. We might go to your area, people who's listening.
Yeah.
You spend time in Louisville too, don't you, sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes in Louisville. I really don't know any good barbecue places in Louisville.
Do your people up there, are they Are they into it?
Yeah.
Do they do it? Do they have a particular style? Or?
Well, not really. They a lot of my family in Louisville come from Tennessee, so they usually grill like us here in Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm curious. You don't hear a lot about Kentucky.
No.
In regards to that, it's a handful of states that's really barbecue centric. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So on this podcast, we haven't had a name for it yet. We haven't thought of a name, but we want to focus on barbecue, and probably, hip-hop. And hip hop also is another part of it. We are both two old heads who've been listening to hip hop since the '80s.
Yes.
Probably, know. So I don't know how that's gonna. To you younger listeners, it might be an education in certain things.
Yeah.
People our age, it may also be an education. Paul is, I consider, a hip-hop historian of sorts. Me, I'm an enjoyer of it. I may know some things about it, but we both have an appreciation for it. When I first met Paul, we talk about hip-hop, mostly Gangstar pops up.
Yep. Gangstar.
I grew up, that was part of my era. A little bit. I'm a little bit younger than him, but Guru, DJ Premier. I don't care if you're a Generation Z, you should know who DJ Premier is.
And if you don't, that's a problem.
That's a problem. We're going to try to correct that right now. I'm seeing on YouTube, there's a couple of young people that's reacting to the old stuff, and it's blowing their minds a little bit.
Yeah.
You go on other social media, there's certain, sometimes they make fun of it, but we're here for all of it, really.
Yeah.
Because we have an appreciation for the art form, much like food. It's just a part of our American culture, Black American culture.
Yeah.
So it's a fascinating thing.
Yeah.
That we're gonna try to talk about. Cover certain things.
Yeah.
So let's take a break right now, and then we'll come back with some more conversation. Super Bowl coming up here in a couple of weeks. I know, Paul, you're going to be preparing some stuff. You got any things in mind that's going to be on the menu?
I got a few things, you know what I'm saying? Me and the folks going to be preparing a few things, maybe some wings.
Yeah.
Some appetizers. And probably entree. Yeah.
Is anything barbecue based or grill based that you're gonna be having?
If the weather will hold up, we might do wings and maybe something else.
Okay.
But appetizers, I'm thinking about doing some Cheez-Its with some buffalo Cheez-Its with just a few other things just to toss around inside a bowl. And so we can snack on that then, and whenever we decide to eat on the entrees and stuff like that, we can go ahead and do it. So
is there any recipes, anything you willing to share for them people out there who not as skilled, I guess, maybe, and they might be in a part of the country or the world where grilling is the perfect thing for them? Like, if you were there, what would you have them do?
Well, if it just depends on if they want to grill or if they want to do something in the kitchen.
Yeah.
If you want to grill, maybe some hamburgers or hot dogs or some jalapeno poppers. Basically, you get your jalapenos and take the seeds out and throw your cheese and your seasoning inside, or your hamburger meat, or maybe something else. You never know. And just throw it on the grill for a few minutes until it's done, and that could be either your appetizer or your entree.
So you get the jalapenos?
Yeah, you get
the fresh ones.
Yeah, the fresh ones, the kind of the big kind.
Yeah. You cook the beef separate?
Yeah, you cook the beef separate.
Then grill it off with the cheese and mixture.
Yeah.
Or you make a mixture or something with the...
Sometimes you can do like maybe seasoning, or you can do cheese. Either one.
Okay.
And you throw it on the grill for a few minutes till that jalapeno get charred or get blackened. Either one, then you can go ahead and take it off. Okay. Or you can do wings. My favorite is wings, and you can also do a few other things like maybe salmon.
Salmon is my favorite.
And like I said, maybe hamburgers and hot dogs.
Hamburgers and hot dogs, that's a go-to.
And
yeah.
If you're in the kitchen, you can also do quesos and dip.
Yeah. Do you make queso?
Yeah.
You gotta have to tell me about that, because I mess up every time I try.
Basically, I just do a simple queso. I just put it on the top of the stove, and on the skillet, just your hamburger meat. It can be ground beef, ground turkey, or ground chicken. Mm-hmm. And I throw the cheese on top of it, and just throw maybe some little vegetables inside of it. And
so you start with the hamburger or the protein.
Yeah, the protein.
Cook that down.
First.
Then you add the cheese vegetables to it, or the vegetables probably first, and then cheese.
Well, you can do vegetables next, and you can do cheese. Yeah. And just have all of them mixed together, and just slow cook it, and then you can make your own dip.
Okay.
Or you can put it inside the crock pot. And
yes,
you can slow cook it that way.
Yeah.
Put it on low.
Low and slow, man.
So at the end of the day, it's anything that you want to cook. It's easy. You don't have to cook anything hard for a Super Bowl party. It really don't, unless you really experienced person.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I just like to make simple stuff.
Yeah. Things that taste good, easy to make.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to move on to the next segment. What are you listening to right now? I know music is a major thing in your life. So what you got in the radio right now?
On my phone, I like to listen to Conway the Machine.
Conway the Griselda.
Yes.
Conway, Buffalo's on or Rochester?
Yes. They Buffalo.
They from up there. They way up north.
Yes. I listen to West Side Gun.
Conway got some stuff out right now? Are you listening to early stuff?
I listen to old music.
Yeah.
Old music.
Okay. And West Side Gun?
West Side Gun. I listen to some Royce the 5'9".
Royce. That's a name I ain't heard in a minute, man. Yeah.
I listen to what else? I still listen to my Wu-Tang, Nas.
Wu-Tang. Yeah, we were just talking, and when I came over before we started the podcast, we were talking about who was that you were listening? Was that West Side Gun?
Yeah, it was West Side Gun and Conway.
And what was the one that sampled that Mobb Deep beat?
Oh, Conway the Machine.
That was Conway, kid. Yeah. I walked in, I was like, man, okay, I listened to that beat right there. Yeah. That was from that old, and it had Prodigy verse on there too. Yeah, that's a classic style, man.
Yeah, so I listen to a lot of old 90s music and early 2000s music, and y'all might call me an old head. I don't care.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's music.
Yeah.
What these kids listen to these days, that's not music.
And folks, this is coming from Generation X.
Yes.
Which is Paul, and a millennial, which is me, old millennial.
Yes.
So we from the 70s and 80s.
So at the end of the day, I will argue with you in a heartbeat over music.
Yeah. So the Conway.
Yes. I will argue in a heartbeat over music.
Yeah. Who else you listen to? You mentioned who was on the phone last week. Man, who was that you mentioned you were listening to? My God, I feel like it was a younger rapper.
38 Fish?
38 Special, because I had never heard of.
Yeah, he's from Rochester, New York.
Okay.
38 Special.
He's like, ooh, what's this one?
He's another one of my favorite rappers right now.
Okay.
He's in about the same. I think he's been out way before Conway the Machine, but
that's right. Yeah, you said he's been around since the 90s, I think, or the 80s.
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I listen to just a lot of East Coast music, even though I'm from the South.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of East Coast music, and I really don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be much to say about that. People can listen, you get an appreciation.
Yeah.
For all types of music. It don't matter where you're from, man, So yeah, we all grew up listening.
Yeah.
To different stuff, man. It's fascinating, man.
But don't get me wrong, I still listen to some Southern music.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, ain't nothing better than East Coast music.
Who's your favorite Southern rappers?
It's Outkast.
Outkast, yeah.
Who else?
Oh yeah. By the way, rest in peace to DJ Unk. He just passed this past week. A Southern artist. Yeah. So rest in peace. He was 44, I believe, years old, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Southern artists.
Who else? I like 3-6 Mafia.
3-6, yeah.
Project Pat.
Project Pat is hard to go against that.
I like Mystical.
Mystical, yeah. I was just listening to Unpredictable at home.
I like Fiend. I like Mac.
A lot of No Limit stuff.
Who else?
What about Scarface and UGK?
Scarface.
Yeah.
I can't forget Scarface.
Yeah.
I can't forget who else? Who else is from Texas? UGK.
UGK, man. Yeah.
Who else?
Have you ever gotten into well, it's a bunch of Texas rappers. They got their own culture. I gotta really expand on the history of that.
Slim Thug is out there.
Slim Thug, yeah.
I like Slim
He's
Thug.
a big one, yeah.
It's a lot of Southern rappers, man.
Right.
Who don't get their due at all, but at the end of the day, man, they good rappers to me.
Yeah.
They good rappers to me. So
yeah.
But I just appreciate rap, man. Rap been in his, been around since 1973.
Yeah.
According to historians.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I was born in the 70s. I ain't gonna tell you my age, but I was born in the 70s.
You were born into it.
Yes, I was born into it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, nobody can't tell me nothing.
Right. That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah, I haven't listened. I've been real when it comes to music. I guess it's like comfort. I haven't really expanded past stuff that I normally listen to. Mm-hmm. My playlist is kind of eclectic. I'm trying to think. I pulled up the GNX album by Kendrick. I pulled that up the other day, literally last week. Listened to and it's pretty good. I got to give it that. I don't know why. I saw the major stuff that they were playing on that you would see on your timeline on YouTube, but some of the stuff was on radio. So that's probably the newest thing that I've listened to. But most of the stuff is from 15 years, 20 years, 30 years ago. A lot of people who know me know I'm a MF Doom fan. Rest in peace to him.
Shout out to MF Doom. That's my dude too.
I listened to him. I've been listening over the last year or so to a lot more Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Mm-hmm. I've been listening to a lot of stuff, West Coast rap, Bay Area and stuff like that. It's interesting. I've been kind of rediscovering some stuff that I might have missed out on over the last 30 years. And it's just like good hip hop. I listened to, what's that posse cut? Is it Souls of Mischief? Which one had A+ in the group?
I think it is Souls of Mischief.
Souls of Mischief, yeah. Man. They got a song. I can't remember. I have to look it up on my phone. But I'm a sucker for posse cuts. If you got a bunch of rappers, my favorite is when they go. You can be a garbage rapper, And if y'all going back and forth, I'm gonna give you extra points for that. So they had this one song, which I'm not calling them garbage. I'm just saying it's a low bar to impress me.
Yeah.
Not necessarily impress, but something that I'm gonna like. If you got a posse cut and everybody's just showing out on it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I was listening to I think it was Souls of Mischief. I gotta pull it up. It's probably I'm not gonna play it because I don't want to get copyright strike, but yeah, and it's funny because the song samples used the same sample that Ghetto Boys used on another posse cut that I like from the Resurrection album. No, not Resurrection, Till Death Do Us Part album. Do you remember that album? Mm-hmm. It's from like 92, 93 maybe.
Yeah, I think I
Bring It On, that was the song. And it had a bunch of they extra artists. I say extra artists, that's probably condescending, but they had other artists on there like Gangsta Nip and I forgot the young rappers. They were, I think Devin the Dude might even be on that song. I'm not sure. But it uses the same, it's like, so I'm like, oh man, just, but yeah, I've been listening to a lot of stuff, as usual. There's no secret from that era.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating, man, how, I'm in my 40s, man. I guess good things that are good are good, man,
Yeah.
I guess that's not a very controversial thing. Is it limitations? It's not limitations. Let's see. I got it in my playlist here. Mr. Dabalina. I like his song. It's not. What is this song? I'm pulling up my my playlist that I got 93 Till Infinity on there, but that ain't it. But yeah, it's just a lot of good stuff from that era, man.
Oh, okay.
From artists who may not have been mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I was talking to a coworker last year. She was telling me about Andre 3000's Flute album. And I was like, I like Andre's probably one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
And, maybe I'm being closed-minded. I'm not being closed. I'm not interested in it. I was like, I'm not really interested in listening to the flute. I'm like, more power to him. But she was telling me about it. She was a younger person, so she didn't know a lot of the stuff that he was referencing, I guess. And as far as he has one of his songs called 93 Till Infinity. And she played it. I'm like, all right, this is something I might want to be on the elevator listening to. And she said, yeah, it's called, I said, 93 Till Infinity. I said, it just makes me want to go back and listen to 93. So they're like 3 stacks. You didn't have to call your song that, man. I know it's just art, man. But it's funny though, man.
But let me tell you this, one of my favorite ones of all time, and you might disagree with me, nothing beats the symphony.
The symphony.
The symphony.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Nothing
that's
beats
a classic.
The symphony. Who has a better song? I'm talking about posse cuts.
Yeah.
Than a symphony.
Now see, I should have pulled up a list. I should have made a list.
Who has it? Nobody. Nobody at all.
Da-da-da-da. Is that da-da-da-da-da?
Yes.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Who has the better song?
Who's all on that? Coogee Rap?
Coogee Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Craig G.
Okay.
Marley Marl.
Yeah.
And
what year is that? Is that 88 or
88?
88, yeah.
88.
Yeah.
Nobody has a better song than that. I'm sorry.
Do they even really do? See, here's the thing about Posse Cut. Now you've always had songs that have features on there. I feel like a feature, something that I haven't sat down and think about what makes a Posse Cut. I feel like, do you take the hook out? Is it no? There's hooks in Posse Cuts.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But I'm trying to figure out what the difference is. Like it feels like there's not a lot of breathing room in between verses. Mm-hmm. That might define a Posse Cut. I'm just taking this off the top of my head though. Yeah. But I'm gonna have to go back and examine it. But it's something specific about a Posse Cut. Like you said, the symphony.
Yeah.
Is there a hook on the symphony?
Yeah, it is.
What's the hook? Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
I forgot what it is, but it is a hook on the symphony.
And then I think about like the Ghetto Boys, Bring It On. It's Bring It On, Bring It On, Bring It On. I feel like it might be a certain type of energy though, maybe, that it is to a Posse Cut, man. But, and see, like I think about something like Notorious Thugs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call that a Posse Cut. Mm-hmm. If maybe I think on paper it is, but it doesn't have that feel. Maybe it's because Biggie's verse comes first, and then after that, it feels like I don't know what it is, but yeah, And that's another thing. Like I've never been I've never been the biggest Jay-Z fan, but like Watch the Throne, a couple of songs with him and Kanye going back to back.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's just dope. You know, anytime, like I said, that's a cheat code for me. You know, if you want to do something dope, and you got some rappers that can rapidy rap, get them the beat. I'm trying to think, does the beat play a role into it? I wonder. Does the beat have to be cold? You know, I guess it has to, but it's just interesting, man. You know.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of people out there do not know that a lot of underground artists had some good posse cuts. When I'm saying who had some, Gangstar, M.O.P.
Gangstar. M.O.P. I was just listening to,
who else? Mobb Deep. It's a few
Yeah.
more out there.
Yeah.
They a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know it all, and I really appreciate all those songs, man. Especially when I'm growing up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like a kid in a candy store just going crazy.
Scenario?
Would
that be considered? That's definitely a posse cut, right?
Yes.
That's a classic one.
That's like to me, that's probably number 2, the best.
That's number. I was going to ask you
number
that.
2 of all
the
time.
Scenario.
It's probably
and then
number
you got
2.
Remix, which is the Scenario remix.
I never heard of that one, but I need to find it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So damn, okay. So now we got 2 for you. Top 3.
Yes.
What's your what would you put
top
in?
3 probably would be. There's a lot of good ones out there, man. I really don't know, but
I might make a playlist.
But if I was to pick one, it would be the song with Gangstar with M.O.P. I forgot the name of that song. It's on the what's the name of that album? That Gangstar album?
Moment of Truth.
No, it's the album. No, I think
Lights Out. Or B.I. versus Friendship.
Yeah, that's it.
That's on.
That's it.
Okay, I can't play that. All right, that's on. What album is that? Moment of Truth album.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's probably like top 3 for me.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I appreciate all these posse cuts, man, because they are classics to me.
Now, when I brought up Kanye and Jay-Z, technically those aren't posse cuts.
It's like a duo.
Those are back to back, which is another subsection that I personally appreciate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm throwing that in there just to show, it's something I gotta study a little bit, see how to define it properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, these are all classic stuff, man. We were talking about Alchemist the other day. He said he had some projects, and I was like, he's always got a new project.
Man, that dude, let me tell you something, man. That dude, man, when it comes to producers, my favorite all time would have to be, I'm just talking about when it comes to favorite producers. I ain't talking about like with Dre and Marley Marl, and I'm talking about like underground would have to be DJ Premier, Alchemist, the Griselda, Derringer.
Okay.
Derringer is mean.
I've heard of him. I don't know his beats though.
Derringer, man, sound almost like Alchemist.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just a few other artists, underground producers, man.
Yeah, man.
But when it comes to the top 5 producers all time, I always say DJ Premier, Dr. Dre, Marley Marl, the 4th spot is Rough. It's Rough.
What about Havoc? Is he in there anywhere?
Havoc is probably top 25.
Okay, all right.
Havoc is probably top 25. He is not in my top 10 or top 15.
Okay.
But top 25. So
yeah.
Like I said, DJ. No, it's My favorite producers all time is DJ Premier, Dr. Dre.
What about RZA? Where does he fall in there?
I say number 5.
Okay, all right. So he's 5. So he still ain't got 4.
It's number 3 is
3 or 4.
It's the Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad,
and then Marlon Marl, then RZA.
Then RZA.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1 through 5 right there. That's strong.
So at the end of the day, who to me who's beating the Bomb Squad?
Bomb Squad, for y'all that might not know, y'all younger, they the primary
Public Enemy.
Of Public Enemy.
They Public Enemy producers.
Yeah. And you know, you might think you don't know some of their beats, but you probably heard some.
Called Fight the Power.
Yeah.
Fight the Power, man. What else? Don't Believe the Hype.
Right.
It's just a lot of songs that the Bomb Squad did, and like I said, I'm just like a kid in the candy store, just going crazy.
Okay, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come right back, talk some more. I think we're going to wrap it up here. So we had a good conversation. You know, we covered a lot of things. We want to do a lot more of these because we actually have a lot to say, a lot to talk about. And, you know, this is a passion for both me and Paul. Barbecue and hip-hop, you know. I don't think I had to restate that again. Anything you want to say, Paul, to sign off on this? Or?
Oh, no, man. Just letting everybody know that if anybody want to contact me for barbecue, they can always reach me at 615-336-8079.
All right. And also, you know, you can hit us up in the comments section on YouTube. We will be setting up an email account and stuff, and maybe all the other contact social media stuff so you can stay in touch and follow. And that's it. Till next time. We'll see y'all, man.